Thank you so much for joining us. And this is Pastor and Professor. Days away.
Oh, it's right there. If everything goes correct on schedule, this is the 19th. And what's coming, every child knows in just 6 days, or maybe 5, depending on when you open your gifts.
Yeah. When do you open yours?
Well, it's usually mostly on Christmas Eve, after I get back from church.
Okay.
You know, how about the Roshes?
That was one of our first conversations as a married couple.
Yeah.
We always did it Christmas Day, and my wife's family did Christmas Eve, to which I, in my not so much theological, but logical, I said, so if your birthday is the 6th of June, did you guys always celebrate birthday eve?
Yeah, but if you were a kind and caring parent and had anxious children, what would you want to do for them? I mean, I could hear Diane. Yeah.
That was her, but mine was keep them in pain as long as I can. No, and being in larger churches, I was gone.
Yeah.
Most of the
20. Sure.
So really what it came down to, we opened gifts at noon on Christmas Day. Can you imagine being one of my kids? Isn't that terrible?
That explains a lot, doesn't it?
It does. Why they moved away.
The hostility. Yes.
That is.
No, that's hard. Well, with the schedule you had. Once I became a prof, in Butternut, it was a little after, and then some in the morning. Because we also had 9 o'clock church. So if you're going to do it in the morning, you got to do it early. But don't worry, kids are going to get up early.
Well, they are.
Yeah, so they're going to get to the gifts anyway. So either or. So we'll leave that great debate to our friends.
Yeah, we hope we started some kind of family argument.
I'm sure we could.
Among the three of you who watch this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we commend you for all the gifts. But on we're getting close. It's getting close. Yeah. It's next week. And you've been saying to children, it's around the corner, any day now, and. Well, so why don't we talk about some things that are already here?
Let's do it.
In the house, and we can see.
We're going to talk a little bit from this daily devotional for Advent and Christmas called Every Heart Prepare.
Yep.
And there's 4 weeks, and so each week we have an opportunity to be able to take a look at how we prepare. And I do want to say that the author of this is none other than the Reverend Dr. Daniel E. Pavla, not to be confused with Daniel L. Pavla.
Right. So, I doubt that anyone else is going to jump in on it.
So tell us a little bit.
Oh, well, Concordia Publishing House has been very, very nice. And this is the second year that I've done the Advent devotions. And they come up with a theme and asked if I would do those. And also, I believe there's some children's messages that I did for that. And it's fun. They're great people to work with. Yeah. And so they cast the themes, which you just said there's 4.
Right.
So we did Christmas trees, Christmas lights, nativity sets, and gifts. Were our 1, 2, 3, 4. Not terribly inventive, but we hope it's a help.
So they gave you these themes.
Boom, 4 themes, and then turn you loose.
You did the devotions.
Right. December 1 to, I believe, the 6th of January.
Let's look at those first 3 gifts, trees and lights and nativity scenes, because those are things that are probably out already.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
How about next week we do gifts?
Gifts, a classic. Exactly. Good. All right. Well, thank you for the promo. CPH thanks you.
Well, I'm in the presence of greatness.
No, I don't think so. No. And but CPH appreciates
Someday
it.
I'm going to write a devotional. I'm going to try to read one first.
It would be good.
Yeah,
I know. I feel
good.
that same way. Exactly. How do these things go? Well, Christmas trees. So that takes us back in memory. I would hope that folks are listening. Oh, I remember. Now, there's the great debate. Do you go out and cut down a real tree? Or, as my parents would towards the end, as my mother would say, you just dust off the artificial and bring her in.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you really miss the pine smell, buy the spray.
I imagine you could.
Just spritz it around a little bit.
Yeah.
And
on the farm, we just went out in the woods. And our trees would naturally, if you don't know, you're going to get a Charlie Brown tree. There's no growing out in the woods by itself tree that's
just perfect.
No.
The elves came and trimmed it for 12 years,
but we didn't care. I mean,
you can't see the tree after all those little trinkets you made in grade school.
Exactly. And back then, I don't know if you remember, tinsel.
Oh,
Tinsel. And
we had the real lead tinsel.
Really?
From my mom and dad's first tree. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, come on, kids, don't chew on the lead tinsel. It's not good
Oh,
for
good
you.
heavens, no.
Yeah.
No, those are great memories. And then the children's little ornaments. My mother kept those.
Yep.
And in fact, I think we've got some of that stuff.
Sure.
Still, I don't know if it goes up, but that's all great. What I love about the tree, though, if you have the real one and you go out and you find it, or however much of an adventure you make it, we're wading through the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Think the start of Christmas Vacation movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you're the Griswolds out there. Or you just, it's in the lot, looks good, get it in, and you set it up. Don't forget to water it. But there is that moment where you step back and say, that's a good one.
It is.
I like that the newness of that tree.
Is. Yeah, just put the bare spot in toward the corner.
Exactly. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
And make sure it's tilting. If it's going to tilt, let it tilt to the wall.
To the wall.
Not the other way around.
Nobody's noticing.
Yeah. And it's good.
So, hey, God gave his son. Let's cut down a tree and put it in the living room.
What a great
what does
image.
A tree have to do with the birth of Christ?
Well,
how did we start with? Who came up with this? Hey, let's put a tree.
Well, don't we usually think Luther? We like to give him credit on that one. Exactly.
We do. Yeah.
Seeing it, evergreen, of course, and so in the dead of winter, there's something that still has life in it. And Christmas, doesn't that have a great image?
Yeah.
If you want to go a little deeper, the Christmas tree reminds us of the Easter Good Friday cross, but it's not a dead tree.
Mm-mm.
It's a tree from which finally comes life.
Yeah.
So whether it's, beautiful, or you say, but it's a dead tree, there's life. Yeah. Either way, there's life.
Yeah. And some places, I know some churches, not a lot of them have real trees anymore. Local fire departments aren't excited about that.
Yeah, no.
But they would take and strip all the branches, and they would use that to make a cross for Good Friday.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a neat
That's a neat thing.
This one was born in order to die.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. I would guess very few. In Butternut, we had real trees.
We did for a long time.
We're in the home.
We were surrounded by them.
Yeah, Chequamegon National Forest. I always loved the one. There were two in front. And one, in Butternut, the pulpit was raised up. It was the old school, pulpit, fairly small. And that tree, every year, took half the pulpit. I was pushing up against that thing. Everything's like, I need to be here too, buddy. Yeah, well, I'm the tree, if it spoke. And of course it doesn't. But that was always kind of cute. Yeah. So I should have, but our sound system didn't work. I had to use the mic, that was up there. Otherwise, I would have said, I'm just going to stand out in the middle because the tree has taken over the world.
Let the tree have that.
But that's okay. Yeah. Let the Christmas tree have its
space.
So
the tree is really a reminder of life.
It is.
In the bleak winter when all the other trees are dead.
Yes.
Well, they're not dead. They're just not.
Yeah.
They're not leafing.
Another thing I like about the Christmas tree, which I think lends itself to the season, where are you going to put it? Well, wherever you put it, you're moving something out.
Oh, yeah.
Because none of us leave out like this empty space in front of the window all year. So something has to move. Isn't that nice about Christmas? When Christmas comes, things get moved around.
Sure.
Because why? Christmas is here, right?
Yeah.
We change our work, we change our travel, we change our food, we change all kinds of things. Maybe we even change our hearts a little bit because Christmas has come. It needs its space.
We're making room for the one who found there was no room in the inn.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Yeah. We have got room for the tree.
We got room.
When there was no room for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd written that. Can we redo this? I did, my friend at CPH. Yeah, that's perfect, though. Yeah. And so there's the tree, okay? I think that's a pretty nice image.
I do, too.
We could say, too, also, let's do this one. How long do you keep the tree up?
Oh, my grandma.
Okay.
That was her deal, the afternoon of January 1.
Okay.
The tree came down.
Okay, all right. But it made to New Year's.
Yep.
I think so. I'm the one who holds on, even though by then the needles are coming down.
And you're vacuuming those needles in July. They're still getting vacuumed, especially when we had shag carpeting.
Oh, gosh, yes, yeah. But that wasn't that kind of a nice remember. Oh, it was a good tree. It stayed with us. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it's even fun living in town to see when the trees come out, because the boys come through on every Monday to grind up the trees.
Yeah, and it's fun to see when they go up. So in our neighborhood, we had one up November 1.
Whoa.
Yeah, there were a couple of people who had November 1, their trees were up, and
I would say middle of November.
I think right before Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah.
For some folks, it's right after Thanksgiving.
Well, especially if you have the artificial. You're not worried about, it's going to be dry by Christmas. Put her up. Yeah. It's going to be fine. It's the same thing. Yeah, we're not that fast, because if we get a real tree, which I think we're planning on this year again, it's always my once a year, well, maybe more than once a year, when we go to get the real tree, I say, it'd be nice to have a truck. Because we always stuff it in the back of the CRV.
Well, the motorcycle, it's really hard.
Yeah, it really is. In fact, I have even gone to buy a tree with the Model T and just had them lay it across the, it's called the boot, the folded top.
Yep.
And so
you were a Hallmark moment.
Yeah, it really was. I thought it was kind of cute.
You were a Norman Rockwell picture.
And what you have to do is corral the youngest daughter and say, "Here, Nicole, sit in the back and just hold the tree on." We only have to go half a mile.
Wear a red scarf and look happy.
Yeah, look happy. Now, that was always the key. Well, anyway, okay. So God bless the tree.
Yep.
It's there.
Yep.
Lights. Next one is lights. Lights. Now, we always put lights on right away, don't you? Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have a tree without, boom, lights.
Yeah. And now some of the artificial trees, the lights are right on them.
Yes,
so
I know.
You don't have to mess.
Oh, how nice.
Just bring it out of the basement and plug it in.
Yeah, as my mother would say, dust it off and plug it in, and you're all done.
Never met your mom, but we're kindred spirits.
Well, there was something. At a certain point, Mom got tired of the whole real tree and that's
no, I'm with you. I'm with your mom. Yeah.
No, but lights in our world with the real tree, you got to put the lights on first, even though you can't wait to get those bulbs on and the decorations. I think you got to get the lights on first and make the circle and and then turn the lights off, plug it in. Yeah, there's a hole over there.
Yeah,
okay.
You gotta jockey the light.
Or the dreaded, why aren't those working? Why are those out?
You got to find the one.
The one.
Well, how do we get to stop them from twinkling?
I don't know. That I don't know either. Yeah. But here's my question. Why does that one strand or a part of strand not work? Because it worked last year. If it wasn't working last year, I would have thrown them away. They're here because I can guarantee you 11 months ago or whenever, they were working. And now they've laid there in the basement on a shelf. How in the world does that make them not work? I never get it.
You don't want to know that. So what would lights, whether they're hanging on the rain gutter?
Yeah, or those are good people.
Yeah, or if they're on the tree, what would be the significance of lights?
Don't you think I like to play with, and you and I have been using John as our Christmas message. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it.
Yeah.
He is the light of the world. Yeah. I like that.
I do too. Do you like when our tree is in the living room? We're not in the living room a whole ton, but lights on the tree, no other lights.
Exactly.
And it looks so nice.
Doesn't it?
But it gives a nice glow to the rest of the...
Yeah. Even if you're a little further away, you're in the kitchen, the living room is where the tree is.
Oh, it's still the glow.
It's still, right, exactly. It's just like, it never looks like that unless it's Christmas.
Yeah. So this light of the world comes into the darkness of the world.
Yeah.
Or in our hearts. It's the one who brings forgiveness.
Yeah.
It's the one who brings hope in the face of tragedy. It's the one who brings promise of life in the face of death.
Are you a white-only lights, a red-green, white? What are you?
We've been white lately.
All white.
Yeah,
okay.
We've been white lately.
Well, now that's easy to make a connection. The light of the world is...
It is. But I do remember when I was in grade school, my principal wrote our Christmas program.
Oh, that's indeed good.
Yeah, and published it. But it dealt with, we had this huge sanctuary. And we had these trees that were probably 15 feet. They looked they look 70 feet to a
To
kid.
a little kid, yeah.
But he had all different color strings of lights.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he would define, the red lights remind us of the blood of Christ,
Jesus, right?
And the black lights.
Oh, even black?
He had black.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you could barely see them, and it was death. And
wow.
Yeah, but the white was that it always shines the greatest in the darkness.
There you go.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it's nice when you can recognize, symbolism.
Yeah,
in the
like
things that we do.
Yeah.
And we don't do them just because it's December.
Yeah. No.
It helps us through which is why I like the devotional.
Mm-hmm.
We can do angels and shepherds and wise men and Mary and Joseph and that. But it's nice to take the things that some people who don't even have a faith, they have these things in their house.
Isn't that interesting? They still put up lights.
Yeah.
And there's still a Christmas tree.
Yes.
They might come on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, and you and I have seen so many who come, and we're glad to see them.
We are.
Welcome. Please come and such. And so we encourage those people that we don't see often. Hey, hope we see you at Christmas Eve.
And imagine if they pick one of these up and they look at it and say,
well, there's a little more meaning to this.
There's more meaning to having a tree in my living room.
Right. And at River of Life, and First Manual, but River of Life, you're cranking out a month of devotions, and they'll pick those up and say, I've got something to read my way through. No, I like the lights. It's a beautiful thing. Now we have lights that are safe to leave on. When I was a kid growing up, they had those huge
and they'd get warm.
Hotter than hot.
Yep.
And so it was like, okay, we can plug them in. And my dad was always so nervous. After about 10 minutes, we're out.
We were too.
But isn't it nice now? Amen. You can leave those lights on.
Yeah.
Just leave them on. Or outside. They're not going to burn up outside. They're just going to
My first call was to New York, and the pastor's wife had escaped Germany. After the Soviets came in.
My.
To control. So she and her sisters were able to escape.
Wow.
And she met her husband on Vicarage on Long Island.
Okay.
But my wife and I and the kids, we were treated like their children.
Oh.
And we would always have Christmas dinner at their home.
Okay.
And
nice.
And Brigitta had her candles that she clipped on the tree. And
real candles.
And they were lit long enough for us to sing Silent Night, take a picture, and blow them out.
Because I'm holding my breath right there. Yeah. Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And then they would plug the lights in.
Then, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that looked lovely.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Absolutely. It's a nice image. I hope right now people are maybe watching this a little later in the evening, plugging in the lights, or they're always on, but whatever. Yep. And such. And I like the outdoor lights. I'm not a great outdoor light guy, but I admire people who put on a lot of effort.
The Clark W. Griswold.
Oh, and they're up there on the 2-story ladder and clipping on. I'm not. We don't have a 2-story house anymore, but I don't do that. But you know what? Hats off to them. Yeah.
I love
my
it.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And again, whether they do it out of a sense of the beauty of Christmas, or I'm going to outdo
just the beauty.
Exactly.
I'm going to
outdo the other guy.
I'm outdoing Fred across the street.
Wasn't it Home Improvement?
Yes.
Wasn't he always trying to beat the
Wilson?
dog? Yeah, beat it across the street. Anyway, lights are good, so let them be on. One more thing on lights. Holly has lights that come on for 6 hours, and they have an internal timer.
Yeah.
So like from 4 till 10. And I love the fact that when I'm coming home from work, it's like 5 o'clock, it's dark, but there's the wreath, there's the things on the shelf or whatever, and you don't have to remember, we should plug the lights in. Yeah. We should unplug the lights.
Or how about
They're
that?
on.
How about that light that's attached to your garage?
Yeah.
And it comes on when you pull in the driveway.
Oh, wonderful.
Aren't
yes.
those nice?
Those are nice.
Floodlight.
Yep. And it just says, hello, I'm here.
It does.
Well, there's our lights.
Yeah.
Now, manger scene, nativity scene.
Nativity scene.
Now, question. Do you put that up at the same day time as the Christmas tree and lights? Does it come earlier? Does it come later?
I've heard of folks who put it all up, but don't put the figures in until Christmas Eve.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. And then we don't have the wise men until the Epiphany.
They are very biblically correct.
Ours are just right up there.
The whole shebang.
Ours are there. Or I know some people that have all of them in there except the baby Jesus.
And then that's
and
in.
then he goes in. Yeah. But no, we've always had, everybody.
I mean, and I'm just thinking now at church, we put everybody in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I'd left the wise men out and explained that they weren't there, that people would give me a look like, haven't you ever been in Christmas? Or,
Yeah. Because we Three Kings, we sing that on Christmas Day.
Right.
So you got to have the kings there.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah. But it's good. Now, I know I put this in the book and or the devotions, is I remember coming here, First Emmanuel, when we were worshiping on some of our services in the gym. And there was the live nativity set scene. I remember coming, I didn't know there was.
Yeah.
And so I sat down, and it was crowded. We were in the back,
Sure.
and my mother was with us, and I thought, oh, isn't that nice, little cutouts or something. That one's moving.
I was going to say, and then it went. Bah.
Exactly. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years. Did
Nobody
you
paid
actually pull that
attention to
off?
the sermon.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
No.
I have no idea.
No,
To
but
save
you,
my soul,
but
I
you
couldn't
knew
tell.
that Jesus was
It's
born.
something about Jesus.
Yeah.
So how long did we actually do that?
Oh, once or twice.
Okay. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You made it through.
Yeah.
No, the sheep didn't run away, or the donkey didn't get unruly. But whoa, never in my mind would I ever do that. You're gutsy.
This is why you only do it once or twice.
You think, okay, we have pushed our luck about as far as we can. Let's not push it.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Nobody could find a camel.
No. I think you had a sheep. You had a donkey.
Yeah. What else?
I don't know what else.
That might have been it.
That's enough to.
Yeah.
But every little kid is watching that, like,
and every adult
is also holding their breath.
Yeah. Wondering if nature's going to take his course.
There was that.
Yeah.
But and then you were sort of like the background music, your sermon.
Well, maybe less than that. Maybe a whisper in the wind.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, anyway, so why do we love wherever the nativity set is, whether that's the extreme, the live nativity set in church, so to speak, church. I mean, it was the gym, but it passed for that. Or it's just that simple nativity, cardboard folds out sort of scene, or something else.
Yeah.
Why do we love having that? Maybe especially in our homes.
Yeah. And let me go a step farther. Every culture has it like in their own.
Oh, I imagine.
So we have a set from Mexico, and it's got beautiful Mexican colors.
Oh, I bet. I never thought of that.
My mom and dad got that once when they were down in Mexico, and we have. But then you have the ones from Scandinavian countries that might look a little different, or the folks from the Asian communities, right?
Yeah.
Or the ones that we have, the wooden stall and that.
Of course.
It probably wasn't a wooden stall.
Well, but
I think it's kind of like we get to journey back.
Yeah.
It's like, so Jewish people celebrate a Passover, and they're told it's like we're exiting Egypt along with Moses and the children thousands of years ago.
Right.
I think for us, it's kind of like, I want to be there.
Right.
And I want to gaze in and see the face of the Savior and be as excited as the shepherds. And there was no little drummer boy.
Not your favorite, I know.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Do not like that song.
And the last thing Mary needed that night after giving birth
was some kid pounding on a snare drum.
Exactly. Nobody wants that. But you make a great point that each culture has both I'm going to Bethlehem, but also I understand Bethlehem in terms of here.
Coming to me.
Right. Because if you said that the manger stable is probably perhaps a cave and such, and you made that the nativity set? No. I mean, the world would come down on you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
A finished nativity set, I've never thought about this, but would have lots of wood. Big,
of course it would.
Posts and beams.
And some real straw glued to the bottom.
Hey, we have
one of those.
Yeah. That's what it would really be.
And Hallmark doesn't have any cards with a cave.
No. Oh, heavens. Yeah.
They would never sell.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The guy said, well, if we made a run of these, it'll last forever. Yeah. Right, Bob?
They
will.
would. Yeah.
They will.
and they'd never get sent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't it kind of neat that we can see the Jesus coming to us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the nativity set. Exactly.
It is. And it's, the whole idea is I didn't have to be around 2,000 years ago for him to have come to me.
Yes. He comes to me that I can come then to him.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Here's Mary, Joseph, and Jesus right in the center.
Yeah.
Right? How close do we bring the shepherds and the wise men? Are they visiting at a distance, or do they get to come right up?
Yeah.
And my favorite picture, this is not a picture I've seen. I would love to see a picture where there's a shepherd with two others right behind him, and Mary is just about to put the baby Jesus into the shepherd's arm, and then the next two are looking over his shoulder with a "I'm next."
See, and that's my picture is a shepherd trying to lean over Joseph.
There you go. Exactly.
The protective
exactly.
earthly father.
But I got to see
but
this.
we got to get up, or maybe just reaching out.
Yeah.
How we grab the finger.
Right. And just touch.
But isn't that us?
Oh, absolutely.
Aren't we the ones who want
to be there?
Be there,
Absolutely.
see the Savior,
be that
touch
close.
the Savior,
Yep.
be close to the Savior, which is what communion is for us.
Exactly. When on Christmas, whenever Christmas Eve pageants are, the little kids get to be up front, right by Jesus. And that's great. We had our turn. We watched. Well, we're all vicariously living. I would love to be that child again.
Gaze on that Cabbage Patch doll lying in a manger.
But the little one says, you know what? There really is a Jesus, and he really was born, and he really came for me, and he's really the lasting gift.
Yeah.
And however we do it, in Butternut, once I read in some, I don't know, contemporary worship guide, and this wasn't contemporary, it's just an idea, that on Christmas Day, let people come forward, and as we finished out, I think we sang, Joy to the World. Everybody, because let's face it, Christmas morning is not the packed to the house attendance that we have on Christmas Eve, right? So invite everybody to come forward as much as we can and be the children from last night and circle the manger. So we did. And first time we ever did it, and I thought, I hope this works. And Butter and I, maybe we were 80, 90 for that service. So you can't get right up to the front, but we all came. We sang Joy to the World. I said, have a blessed Christmas day, and I greeted people as they're going out. An older gentleman who needed a cane to walk, and it was a journey to go up and a journey to come back. He came to me and it shook my hand, and he said, when you made us all go up there to the front, I thought, I'm going to apologize. I'm sorry. We're never going to do that. What was I thinking? He said, with his gruff, deep voice, we should do that every year. He walked away.
And you did.
And we did. And I thought, yeah, let's do that.
That was my plan.
That was the plan. I was this close to I'm never going to, the dumbest thing I've ever done. Well, I don't know. There's so many to choose from. But I think we're just drawn, cane or not, age or not, to say, can I be a part of that scene? And so we were. It's a nice thought. Yeah.
You wanna run with the shepherds.
Yes.
And make the search.
Right. And you want to be those wise men who, regardless of what you brought, not a snare drum, whatever you brought is acceptable to this child, but that's not your admission price.
No.
It's just I am so thrilled to be here.
It's my response.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
I'm not obligated.
No. And isn't that why it's wonderful? He came as an infant. Not as a dominating Lord who says, pay up, let's go, you're way behind. But as an infant, and yet the gifts came. Isn't that marvelous? Of course, it also helps that he is true God and knows full well exactly everything that is happening, is going to happen, and such. But to us in that moment, it's gifts to an infant.
It is.
Hard to beat.
Yeah.
So here's the manger scenes. Now, do you leave the manger, the nativity set, do you leave it up longer than the tree?
I
think we do.
I bought one for my mom and dad one year. I think I was in the seminary, and it was just beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
There were years where my mom kept that up all year.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I didn't either. But she loved that manger scene.
Well, it certainly could be.
Good reminder.
I've never seen that.
And it wasn't because she didn't want to wrap it up and put it in a box.
Right, no, she's not a lazy woman. Or no. Interesting.
Yeah.
And she had it obviously in someplace safe, as you had a lively home, and
there it was.
such. I've never seen that, but I think we leave it up longer because we're past the needles. I'm tired of watering this thing.
You don't have to worry.
Right, exactly. This could stay up.
It's a fire hazard.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or the village boys are only going to collect trees
we
in the month of January.
There.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Don't imagine they're going to come around on Valentine's Day for your tree. No, it's not going to happen.
I heard of one person with an artificial tree. It was up year round.
Really? I mean, out and year round.
But it was decorated differently.
Get down.
So it was decorated for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And St. Patrick's Day. And Easter. And spring.
Well, we could do that.
4th of July.
Oh, boy. It's really, really up. Yeah. Holly has trees that are on the two little tables by our front door, and they're lit. And she extends them. But they start with Christmas, and then they make Valentine's and Easter. And then by summertime, but hey, salute to those little guys. They've done a lot.
They ran their gamut.
But I've never seen a nativity set in like July. Of course, if you get that far, keep it up. Why not? By now. So isn't that interesting? You can, that you said there was a tree up forever. I like the combination. The tree arrives and it moves things because the tree has come. Christmas should come and move things out of their ordinary place and time because Christmas is here. And then the nativity set stays and stays and stays. And we still live our life around it, but it never has to move.
Yeah.
That's a nice combination.
It is.
Makes me think maybe we should find a place for at least a little nativity set.
Yep.
We could keep it up somewhere.
Carl Raisky
Yeah.
had his. I don't know if his was from Ghana or Andy. Do you remember? But it was always on his bookshelf.
Oh, okay.
Guatemala. That's what it was.
Okay.
Exactly.
So a little carved.
Yeah.
Small.
Just little, and it was up on his bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We could do that. I think Holly has 2 or 3 different. I know they're different sizes and such, but we can find one that doesn't intrude on the rest of the decorating
Not
plants.
size.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we must be pretty close, Andy. 30 something ish. Yep. Trees, lights. I want to say camera. Trees, lights, and nativity set. But almost camera. Why do I have a trees background? Lights, something's happening. Nativity set. That's it, right there.
This is what's happening.
Not a bad trio of leading up.
Now there's something that's coming.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily end on Christmas. It kind of gets its beginning at Christmas.
Right. And it's what draws many a child's interest.
You bet.
But isn't God gracious that our little gifts are allowed, encouraged, they have a place as a reminder of the big gift.
The big gift.
And that's what we're going to do with next week. It's going to be the day after Christmas. And that'll be great.
Yeah. Carve out some time for us next week.
Yep.
We want to talk about the gifts of Christmas.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us. God bless your week, and we'll see you in church.
See you in church.